Welcome back to Evo Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and get right into the reading. You know the drill. I've been trying to put up more readings. Here in the past, you have your sanctuary. It does look like you're pretty grounded in there. You might have needed to clean some stuff up in the past. I know how that feels. Just moving and everything. It takes a while to even get moved in. Here I am a year later and I'm still moving in. Okay, so I feel like we have a nice duality right here at the present with wild at heart and unity. So just show you the cards. My dirty gardening fingers. All right. And here in the future we have commemoration. No matter how much I shuffle these dang cards, this commemoration keeps coming out here. So I'm gonna do things a little out of order and I'm gonna go with the future. So here we have the commemoration of the Empress. Maybe this is something that you've been thinking about, how you have this unity and understand the wilder things in life. Not everything is it's kind of like commemorating the past of where things weren't equal reciprocity. You know, 2, 3. You keep getting numbers that are doubles, but they're like 2, 3. So let's go ahead and elaborate a little bit more, working obviously forward to backward. We're going to get into the messages and really start tapping in. So here presently, it looks like you're working on it and you're trying to unify some thoughts that you have in your mind that have been lingering in the background. Here in the past, I mean, it's very straightforward. I don't feel like a lot of hiccups or static like from your energy. I feel like you're just like, okay, this is what it is. So it does like before, you were just kind of in your garden. You were just kind of tending to that. You were probably the only one there fighting that battle, just kind of fighting yourself. It does look like you've worked through some things, some wild things. I don't want you to take that lightly. Yeah. There's going to be something in the community presently here that you should be doing with the world. I want you to go ahead and just stay focused on that. I'm definitely hearing the green light. Green light, work through the commemoration. Let's give it another overlapping. 3 of Swords here in the past popped out right over it. Hopefully you can see that there in the screen. I tried to kind of close my blinds, get some of the lighting off of there. Okay, so yeah, you were really in like a place of like solitude or solidarity, working with, because here we have, you know, talking about the past, and here we have, you know, that we started off with the future. So both the Wheel of Fortune. It does look like you took things into your own hands and you stopped being the wounded warrior. The card that just tried to wound me said that you're not the wounded warrior. I love that. I was like, I'm lucky I didn't even get like a paper cut, like cut myself open on a card. At least there'd be like witnesses and I could post this. You had a jumper. Okay, it does look like here in the future we have the Devil underneath the non-equal reciprocity that happened in this commemoration for this Empress. So could be a Capricorn in your life, could be something to do with the Capricorn. I mean, it does look like this energy has set off on a new journey. Is this a worry? Oh, this was a union. This was a union. So somebody was looking, honestly, there was like 2 sides with the 2 of Cups here. So marriage and the Devil are really 2 sides of a pendulum. And it does look like we have this, you know, Capricorn, Taurus, grounded person kind of looking at this and weighing this. This is interesting. What else do you want to say? Angels and the air, angels in the airwaves out there. What do you want to say? I haven't even been really looking at the camera. I've been like super focused, so hopefully my, you know, face isn't like tripping. Ace of Wands. Ooh, you are not the one. Hold on my hair. I'm not used to having hair this long. It's like, don't say that. Okay, we'll just say passions. You were wounded with something to do with your passions that were grown in. And this is presently. This could be the situation that you're dealing with and this commemoration and like what you're clearing up to go on this journey that you need to go on. That's really cool. Oh, vape down. Vape down. Queen of Wands. A lot of like almost like the things that you were okay, like this woman is playing the harp in the forest and she has these clever foxes. It's almost like, you know, people just choose to view you as something that's clever rather than something that's sitting in a beautiful forest playing a harp and doing their damnedest. I feel like this has been a really solo journey to your achievements. It's been, you literally have had maybe presently your hands tied behind your back in the shadows, but remember that the shadows really aren't real. Wow. There is the World and the Lovers. It kind of scares me. I'm like, eek. Yeah, it's just a great heartbreak. I'm so tired of seeing all this great heartbreak in the world and all these people that aren't achieving like their, you know, their dreams and their goals and their aspirations. They're like, they are, but I don't know. I don't even know how to explain that. So, you know, we'll just rest on that thought. I feel like that's like the best thing you can do is like, take your thoughts and really form them into something. And I feel like you're going to be playing with like, characters from your past on this one, just because, you know, here's the Three of Cups again, or we have the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So we have 33 out on the playing field. You know, we have a 3 here with the Empress. We do have a distinct change in the future of abundance. This is to do with the Queen of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Ooh, and the Empress again. Damn. Okay, so here in the future, it does look like there's going to be a defeat. We have abundance and defeat right here together. So it looks like it's going to be swift. You're going to go ahead and rebalance, and you're going to realize how much material wealth that you have, whatever you deem that as material wealth. It does look like here in the present, it's kind of in the shadows, like lingering, like a thought waiting to come forward. So maybe tap into that, what that thought is, or like there's guidance that's waiting for you just around the river bend. Hope they're hot ass. I can't even with this whole like feeling like I just come from something that is like these people of the serpent, but like I blasted down the tower. Yeah, like blasting down the tower here currently. Like, just because your path or your DNA or your history or your ancestors were one way does not depict. So these are like generational curse breakers. These are people that are mastering. There's so many 3s out here now that I'm looking at it. Like, this is ridiculous. You're obviously mastering, like when you blast down a tower, there are things that have to be reconciled. And I feel like that's what you're doing right now. Like you're burning it all in the flames. And here we are working forward to backward again. Obviously the past is not that. We don't need to know that much because that's where the least amount of stuff is, because it looks like you were just hermiting. You were just hermiting on this Lord of Illusionary Success. I mean, and here's this Emperor, the Son of the Morning, and, you know, blending these pleasures. Like, there was an illusion in the past. I feel like it took you to a place of like extreme solitude. Jumper, come out. Lord of material trouble. Yeah, there was like some material trouble. I feel like this is just like the dream. Like the dream fucking died with this Emperor. Like these blended pleasures. Like this is a success unfulfilled. This is a success unfulfilled. Okay, like there's no, like, you know, but I don't know if it was a good success. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this dude's in a fucking chair. I don't know. I need to feel no ways about this. Presently, I feel like you just need to kind of detach and you know how to go into your bubble. So get to step in, you know, and when things tell you to get to step in, you just go right ahead. You just go right ahead. Tribal spirit dancer, freedom horse. You're the horse here. So obviously the horse is in the circle of life. They are being tracked by the spirit of water and a shapeshifter. But there's eagle medicine coming in. And then we have, you know, our tribal spirit dancer, and they're totally in an ancient forest. They are not the warrior of the heart anymore, and they're walking in this beauty. So just remember to dance. Remember to dance. Like there are no sacred spaces. Like the sacred space is honestly within you. Like you are the sacred space. Don't ever doubt that. Sometimes he's like, wow. I'm like, wow, like a tiger. Right? I'm hearing my print today. Oh, here's the Emperor again. Over the Emperor. We are getting so much success in these confirmations here today. Oh my gosh, no. We have like the Six of Pentacles, like over the Six of Pentacles again, and the Emperor over the Emperor. Like, I can't even make this up. And here's the Queen of Wands. Where is she? Oh my gosh, she's right here too. So this is all present. This is a distinct message of a matching couple. Like, I can't even make this up. About wealth, about cruelty, about the Princess of Cups and lust. Ooh, heavily involvement on the last reading. I don't even know what debauchery means, but I just feel like there's been a lot of it. Oh, prudence. This is from our last reading. Okay, so this is definitely carrying over from the last reading. If you haven't gotten that one, just go ahead and go into it. I'm just releasing general things. Like, I do feel like we have heavy fire and heavy air here. But we're at a time where we're in a lot of like Aries, and we've had a lot going on, and you know, everybody's really feeling this. So it doesn't matter whether you go into the material world, or you go into burning things down, or you go into sitting in your, it doesn't really matter where you go at this point. Where is it all leading? Where are all these people going to parallel and cross over? So everybody's going to cross. Oh my gosh. No. I've been learning about some weird stuff lately, and it's like coming out in the read, and I'm not going to like share that, but like, oh my gosh. Ammon Hillman. It's ridiculous. I totally am like on board with believing everything. So his perspective of life is just really good to know. Good to know. I'm happy to know. So currently here in sexual workings, you're trying to achieve the Eon. And wealth. Indolence. Science. And valor. So you're crossing over some things. This could be a fellow person trying to use their intuition to read the grid. Cool. Join me in our attempts to read the grid. Focus with me and learn the science of tarot and extreme research and learn your, you know, focus on like your soul name. So like, what's your soul's name? You're going to create some space for this. Ooh, alter ego, huh? Using the balance of an alter ego. I like it. In alignment. That's going to be the truth of alignment in your expansion, is you're going to have to dig into this alter ego that you're going to create. And if you have it, it might be successful for your soul love, for your love of yourself, to create this alternate ego. Like, what would you want to be? Like, if you could dream anything you wanted, like, what would you be? What would you do? Quiet. Okay, I'll be quiet. You don't need any stones. You don't need no freaking stones. You do need a trigger, though. Ooh. Expression. You are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love and forgiveness. You are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. I love it. Let's get some from this fun little deck. I think my mom got me this deck. I don't know. Okay. All right, so you just need to remember that you can just roll up a fatty and smoke one, and it doesn't matter if you're in the valley of death or the land of something that everything has just died. You know, there's something to be said in the smoke. Follow the smoke. Keep your shit clean. And keep carrying forward. You know, death. Smoking is death. I've been one of those people that I've struggled with smoking for quite some time. And, you know, I try all the time. And it's just so hard. There must be something in my demons that I keep replaying that I need to keep living. And it doesn't mean that I have bad teeth or I'm this or that. It just means that, like, it's part of my thing. And could be a lot of things in this world. And that's just been one of my things. You know, what are one of your things? Broomstick cleansing. Baby, we ride by the moon. And the moon's right underneath it. Baby, we ride at dawn. We ride by the moon. Nice. Looks like a rabbit getting their belly tickled. Something's going to get illuminated to do with colors here. Maybe you're going to learn to see a new color on the spectrum. Maybe you're a new color on the spectrum. Maybe you're learning about your colors on the spectrum. You know, I'm mostly grateful for, you know, the chats that we have here. And, you know, sometimes, you know, people might think you have everything you want in life, but actually you're just chilling. Like, you're, I know there's a lot of people out there that are kind of like isolated because the world's such a weird place. And I think just being present in conversation can really bring us outward. I think getting involved in some groups, and I know I felt better when I was having involvement with just like different groups and doing things. And I don't know if being solitary is good, but it's hard to find people you can trust, or, you know, that value you and you value them and value your friendship. And it's hard to break life down into compartmental boxes where, you know, you have certain people that you do certain things with. Like, that to me is just such an odd idea. I want a group of people that I can do, not weird stuff, but everything with, like chat with, you know, like depend on, like go do things with, travel with, experience life with. And I think it's important that this is not like, you know, what's hard is the whole male outlook is very rigid in like sexual interaction. And I've struggled a lot with this because, like, I don't want that. Like, I just want like good, meaningful relationships, and I can't seem to land any. Every time I do, it's just something weird. I mean, I've tried to meet friends in all sorts of ways. And at this point, you know, I kind of gave up like a little while ago, like 6 months ago. I just like kind of gave up, and I've just been hermiting away, and I've experienced a lot. And, you know, I have done a lot, but it doesn't really feel like you're doing a lot because, you know, having something that's your achievement or something that you need to talk to someone about and just never having anyone there, like, you're like, damn, you know, or you like want to express something, but they're like, oh, I'm busy. And you're like, oh, okay, well, you know, things just aren't landing the same nowadays. And I'm trying to figure out like why a lot of people are here in that position. And I think it's just part of the algorithm, part of how they split us, and that's just kind of where we're at. But something has to change. Like, you know, like, you just need to change up your methods. Like, if one method doesn't work, try another. Like, reach out to people that you feel drawn to. Like, you know, if something like resonates with you really heavily, like, maybe you should have a conversation with that person. Maybe there's something that your souls need to share. And there can be a lot of like, almost like vitality in life. You know, feeling like people have your back because in these stories that we share, what I've noticed with my, you know, long-term friends is there's always something in each other's life to help each other, and there's a balance and like an ecosystem through it. So it's really nice to, you know, see your confirmations in, you know, the stories that are shared around you. You know, it's not just about not feeling alone, but it's about, you know, fundamentally we're on a grid, and when someone that you resonate with has a story that they share with you and it's a mere projection of life, you know, these are like little warriors getting together, and they're like, you know what, we're not going to let life fuck us anymore. You know, like, it's just, the emotionalness has been taken out of it, and it's more of like a logistics, like, what do we need to do to get where? And, you know, the love we have is built within ourselves. Ooh, maybe I haven't built all the love I need. I know I haven't. I'm a work in progress. That's besides the fact we're all works in progress. Just because somebody's at a different space in their journey, like, I'm so sick of everybody being like, oh, you need a line to vibration, a line to vibration. Like, when did we stop helping each other? When did we stop all that? When did we stop? Where did we just say, oh, that's why people just drive past somebody who's on the side of the road and passed out? Because we don't want to get involved, right? Like, if somebody's not on our exact playing field, we have a really hard time being malleable anymore nowadays. It's like a science of what they've done to us, and I see it, and it hurts my heart. You know, I don't let it drag me down, but it hurts my heart because, like, I'm such an open individual, and for all these really open, caring, people-pleasing individuals to become so isolated because everybody didn't get what they wanted from them is really becoming hard. And I'm trying to like be the person that's like, I'm gonna bring this back together somehow, you know, like somehow I'm gonna find a calling, and I'm gonna bring these people together to know that like it's okay to need others and be around others, and it's okay. Like, when did we get so tied up in our lives that like we don't have experiences with people anymore? And when did it become an experience of like men just constantly trying to get things in us? Like, it's like this fucking insatiable mission. And even women have entered this mission. And to me, it's just so distasteful in life. Like, we're so much more, you know, that's why celibacy is for me, like, that's really the way to keep energy. Like, it's not really that hard, you know, to try to find the right person and remain celibate. Like, I just don't get it. Like, we're in such an age of one end of the spectrum to the other, and, you know, every time we try to heat up friction in ourselves, you know, there's like all this crazy stuff that comes at you. Like, I'm not meant to navigate that. Like, I just want to buy some land, get me a nice trailer and a truck, and go out and like dig me an underground greenhouse and like live in it, you know? Like, I'm like, why everybody's like playing all these games, I'm just gonna like Pink Panther, exit stage left and kind of go do my own thing, you know? And then like, you know, everything happens, it's meant to happen. So like, you know, focus on yourself. But yeah, that's where I hope I find a way, you know, like if people want to come and like visit and hang out and be cool and share like cool stories and sit around a fire and someone play guitar and like maybe riff, maybe rap, maybe tell stories, maybe like when did all this stop? Like why is this not happening? Like I can go outside and I got a fire pit and like I can light a fire and like look at that bitch and it's like, why doesn't nobody like want to do this? Like what happened? What happened? Like it's been so long and you're like, ah, it's just a wave, it's gonna come back. Like it really doesn't. Like it's this phenomenon that's going on. So I'm like reaching out more through like the internet to people, you know, like there's gotta be like a way to reach people as people, because everybody wants that. Everybody like knows where they want to be. Well, then let's just start like acting like that. And when we don't, let's just call each other out and like, let's not act like that. It's hard because everybody has a point to prove. What about when there's no more point to prove? What about, when did it become so unsimple to be like, hey, you're hurting my feelings? And the person's like, I'm sorry, I'm hurting your feelings. When did that end? And when did all this weird, massive amounts of information? I don't give a fuck. You know? Got to get back to that soul name, that alignment. It is about expansion, but we need to watch where we're expanding, you know, and how we're expanding. Sometimes we can get so far from a truth that we have, you know, like just focus on tasting your food. I love that because it's so catty. Focus on tasting your food. And when you can taste your food and enjoy your food, then you know, it kind of gauges where you're at in life, you know, like stop eating fast food. Like I partake in it once in a while, but it's like almost like ritualistic. Like I can't take that stuff, my body can't even digest it anymore. So like, what's up, people? Get out there, make some moves, get your power, the power, you know, maybe from the sun. I've been rambling, so I'm gonna go ahead and exit. This has been a great video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.